guys, and welcome to the Your Head's Garage production. At any rate, before we get into today's video, this past week has been really wild, and want to bring it to you guys. In the background or whatever, if you guys are not new to this channel, if you've been here a while, you're usually used to this in the background. Sometimes you're used to seeing a black Chevrolet GM model truck. Well, that truck is no longer with us anymore. It's no longer on the channel. I sold it or partially traded it to a buddy of mine. I mean, the truck was just sitting. It wasn't getting anywhere better. I partially traded it for a new toy that we will have on the channel very soon. I am very excited to introduce that, but I kind of can't show you the spot where it's, well, yeah, I actually can. But at any rate, that's the spot of where it's at, and really? And I know that you guys as well have, will eventually, if not, I've already come to the decision of this, that sometimes you have to let certain things go that you may or may not don't want to let go in order to get further on in your plans in life, if that makes any sense. Did I want to get rid of the truck? No. But is it for its better good? Yes. But guys, the guy that I made the deal with, he is, like I say, a buddy of mine. Actually a buddy of mine. But I've kind of known about him for a while. We just never really did hang out. But any rate, he's going to drive it, and he's going to take care of it in a way that I know that I wouldn't be able to, because am I sad? Yes, but like say, I would rather watch someone that I know that's going to run it and drive it, take care of it. I would much rather watch them have fun with it than watch it sit where it sat, where I just showed you. Because to be honest with you, even if I did get that truck back up on the road, we all know that I'd be driving this anyway. It would just still be sitting, just because. So I just wanted to bring that to y'all's attention, just in case, y'all saw something in the background or something like, where'd that go? Where'd that come from? That's why. So anyways, on with the video. As you can see in this kit, it does come with the piston rings, piston, wrist pin, the wrist pin retaining clips, What's going on, guys, and welcome to another Your Head's Garage production. In this episode, if you can tell, the hood is popped on the Jeep. You can see a little bit around the back side of me. We're going to be doing some minor to major repairs on Project Overland. So, we have headlight bezel out. We have a side marker light out, and we've got that out. and we are fixing to take this quarter panel off. But you may be wondering, why am I doing this? Well, I'll tell you why. The past 2 trips to Uwharrie, we went on this trail by the name of Dicky Bell. First one, I took the easy line. The second time, I took the harder line. Not the harder line as in further up the trail. I mean harder as in like what we would consider the gatekeeper. Any rate, the way, see, the XJ is on a unibody frame. So that means at times the frame flexes a little bit when you're on rather difficult trails. Well, the past time that I was there, it was already hurting a little bit, but the trail kind of killed it. Not the Jeep, but if I open this door, the top door hinge has rather given up on life, and the weld has completely broke off. So this quarter panel needs to be removed, and I will actually demonstrate. If I open this door, as you can tell, that's not supposed to be like that. So that's what she looks like without no quarter panel. So that's right there. How you get one of these boogers off is you have a T27 Torx bolts that are these two, this one, and this one. You have to open the door in order to get these two out. Torx bolt, Torx bolt, Torx bolt, Torx bolt, Torx bolt, Torx bolt. But in order to get these out, good old Jeep, you have to remove these 4 10mm bolt or 10mm nuts to pull the header panel off to get to them. Mint. So, to explain the situation that I am in, yeah. So, I want to go find out what size them Torx bolts are right there, pull this bad boy off, and do some cleaning up, and get ready to re-weld this son of a gun. And not to mention, there are studs on the front of this quarter panel, which these nuts thread onto, which these are a deep well 13mm. Alright, so guys, here is my plan of attack. As you can see, I have got a Sharpie marker going, if it'll focus. There we go. A Sharpie marker going across this upper bunch of weld right here. Reason why I say that is because apparently someone had this same issue with this hinge break up. Where's camera? Apparently someone had an issue with this before and they tried to patch it. Well, apparently they didn't do a very good job of patching because it obviously broke anyway. So, comparing it to the bottom one right here, this is the original weld. This is still solid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off all of this chicken scratch, and I'm going to clean all of this up very, very good, or as good as I can get it for, say, and I'm going to run a bead as good as I can in between this weld and this body, if you can see where I'm going with, because they did a whole bunch of work right here that I'm going to have to redo as well. So I'm going to end up having to cut all of that off and redo it all. So let's get to cutting. Alright, so after about an hour of tedious grinding, this is the result. I cleaned up the weld up here as well as the weld down here, and I made me a spot to work with. Just going off of what the original weld was. And if you look back down in there, that is all cut flush where you can see before there was a big old mound of weld right there. So that's cleaned off, so that sits flush against that. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on this door handle to kind of lift it up a little bit more because it's still not fully right, which will hopefully close this gap a little bit. And then we'll see about laying some welds. Alright, so I never said that my welding / fabricating skills was a thing of admiration, but it gets the job done. That being said, there it is. Welds are a little rough. I've still got a little bit more work to do to clean them up, or I might just say to heck with it and just throw a coat of spray paint on it and send it on its way. But main thing is, no more broken door hinge. And then there's the other salad weld. That one's nasty, but you know what? It sticks the two together, so I'm not going to complain. So now that that's all said and done, time to put it all back together. Alright, so guys, the front end is all put back together. All bolts and or nuts accounted for. That's always a good sign, right? No extra parts left over. So with that being said, that's going to wrap it up for this upload. So if you liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. If you're stopping there for the first time and are interested in other build videos on this Jeep or any of the other projects we've got kicking around the shop, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And yeah, I'm going to go in, enjoy the evening, and drink a beer. So with that being said, we will see you guys next time.